why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down. Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.
Bottoms up. I got the original bad girl of motherfucking comedy in the building. What's going on, Luenell?
It's all you, baby girl.
No, it's all you. It's all you. I'm you legend status. I mean, yes, you are. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do.
I'm very underground. You know, I got a certain type of followers. You know, I'm not as mainstream as people would think that I am. I've never had a show. I've never been a regular on a show. I've never done a special. I don't live in a mansion. I still fool with my people. I still walk around town, go to Rite Aid. I was in the beauty supply today. So, you know, I don't get invited to like the NAACP awards and the Legends Ball and all that kind of stuff. I'm more the people's comic than I am the industry comic. You know what I'm saying? Even though I do white things that the black folks never see, and I do black things that the white folks never see.
I was going to say, because you have done a slew of films. Now, have you, I guess, gone down the traditional path that a comic does? But I feel like when comics go down that path, no shade, I feel like there's been a lot of good comics that have been watered down. And I feel like you've kept your originality and you haven't compromised who you are for that particular lane. And so I think it's nice that you still get to be you without having to be a watered down or commercial advertised version of what Hollywood wants to see from a lot of black comics.
You know, it's like even that. If you'll notice, like black females, we don't get see, a lot of these deals are made on the good old boys golf course. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of black comics that I know, they get to go golfing with Obama and they get to make these deals because they're on the golf course, and girls don't get invited to that. It's very misogynistic. And then, you know, you don't see any black female comedians selling Denali trucks or earbuds or anything like that, because we don't get offered the sponsorship deals that some of the men do. I think that's foul, because a female could sell a Denali truck quicker than a man. We're the ones with the groceries and the kids.
You're right.
So, you know, I just sit back and watch, because it's not for me anyway. Like, I've auditioned for soap commercials and dishwashing liquid, but I have the type of attitude, I'm like, look, you want it or not, I don't care. So maybe that's why I haven't been able to get off. I don't care if you got a dish or not, you know, but you're supposed to be perky and all that about your dishwashing liquid. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, you know.
I mean, and those are some of the best comics, you know, the ones who really don't give a fuck. Like, you are in this because this is truly your joy and you enjoy making people laugh. So, and I think, you know, a lot of comics get passed over simply because this is about, and Cat Williams, you know, he's one, you know, undyingly funny. You guys have been working together for a very long time, you know, but is he commercial? Does he play, you know, does he play golf with him? No, he doesn't. You know, he's not finna, you know, kiss ass.
But he did win the Emmy, but he won the Emmy last year for his portrayal of the alligator man on ATL.
That shit was perfect.
So when you're undeniable, you know, if you keep grinding and doing what you love, then sooner or later, you know, your cream will rise to the top. Mm-hmm. I may not be doing what other people are doing, but then again, other people don't know what I am doing. Like we were talking earlier about, you said you're staying in LA, and I'm like, yeah, I got a couple of places in LA. Well, people don't really know that. You know, I got a couple of properties and I'm buying a building. You know, no, I don't own a house, but I'm buying a building. You see what I'm saying? And that doesn't get advertised. Well, I just did, but that doesn't get advertised, you know, on TV. So people just think I'm just regular Luenell. I am, but you know, check my bank statement.
Oh, That's the most important part. Now it's interesting that you said this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the messy shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me take my sip. Hold on.
Yeah.
Being that you don't consider yourself a legend because you haven't been offered some of the same I guess deals as a lot of commercial comics, more so the men. Monique had a very, very prime spot. She was given the commercial. She was given a talk show. She was given the TV show. She was given the stand-up specials. And now you can barely see anyone in Hollywood that wants to work with her. You feel like she pissed over her bag by, I guess, not being I wouldn't say not playing the game, but I feel like her husband was responsible for a lot of deals that she did lose. Do you feel like, that was an opportunity to open up the door for more comics such as yourself to be taken serious, and to be given these prime spots, but to see her sue Netflix, someone who gave Tiffany Haddish a really big deal, and Tiffany gave, a lot of other comics who wouldn't have had that opportunity, chances to shine on such a massive platform. How do you feel about what has happened to Monique's career?
Well, I feel that everybody has peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. And along this road, you're going to make mistakes. And a mistake to one person can be a victory to another. Now, she apparently had the power to be able to live very well still without these opportunities that were supposedly being given to her. She's fine. She's not homeless. She's raising her children. She's looking better than she's ever looked. Hair is on fleek, clothes are on fleek. She's fine. If nobody wants to mess with her in Hollywood, somebody is. And the thing about it is this: you can do things that'll piss people off for a minute, and then you can turn around and do something else, and everybody will be back on your dick again. So Monique has work that's in the can that we've not seen yet, that I'm sure is going to put her back to being the darling in Hollywood, and everybody's going to want to mess with her. Some of the things she said were absolutely true and on point. We do not get paid what the white girls get paid. We are oftentimes funnier than they are to certain audiences, you know what I'm saying? And that white skin will afford you privilege that the black skin will not. And when it comes to money, we should be paid equally. But I also feel you have to serve up the product that earns you that kind of money. If you're only $10,000 worth of funny and you want $5 million, you're probably not going to get it. But if you are $5 million worth of funny and they only offer you $10,000, that's when you should bitch. I consider myself to be $50 million worth of funny. I can make black people laugh, white people laugh, old people laugh, young people laugh. And I am only, I think, recently being paid what I think I'm worth, and it still ain't enough. So I think Monique is fine. She's doing her thing. I don't know her husband. I've never met him. I can't speak on him. They seem happy. They doing their thing. It's whatever. My husband personally does not have a single thing to do with my career. Not one. Because this isn't his field. My husband's an electrician. I don't try to rewire the house. You don't get in my business.
I love that. I mean, I just only recently found out that you were married. Like, you kept that, like, I was like, she got a whole husband.
20 years.
I mean, you really, when I say you really keep it about business, you really keep it about business.
Well, it's just that my husband doesn't play that game. You know, he doesn't want to be bothered in the street. He's very thuggish. You know, I married a gangster.
You got your which one, a Crip or a Blood? Which one?
We don't play them type of games.
Okay.
It's not, he's not an organized criminal. He's individual.
I got that. Okay.
But you know, I never post him because I don't want nobody saying, I know him. He shot me back in '85. You know.
Lord.
So we just keep him off of social media. People have heard him, and I think I posted for our anniversary.
Yes, that's what I found out.
Not his lane. This is not his lane. Like, don't nobody see your man.
Shaq say, "Listen, they want to see me. They got to pay me to see me. My time is money for me." We have an app. So he'll go on the app and do something with me. Very, very vague, but he won't. He doesn't like. He's like, this is your thing. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm behind the camera. Right. We work together. You know, he is my manager. He's my business manager, but he ain't out here, you know, definitely stopping the bag. He's increasing the bag, making it more valuable. And, you know, he respects what I do and I respect what he do. Do we kind of clash sometimes? Yeah, because I think I can work the camera and I can't. Yeah, you know, sometimes he be like, Tasha, why the hell you had to say that shit? Because I can. So, but...
no, my husband is my motivation.
That's good.
He does that. But he doesn't travel with me anymore. And I've got security and managers and stuff to do that. And he gives me lots of words of encouragement and stuff like that. But we're very, my friends know who my husband is, but, you know, everybody
you got some good friends because they ain't told your business. That's how you know.
They're my friends.
That's how you know you a real one. When your friends ain't on the internet telling your business.
Nah.
I be trying to tell people that you know a person by who they hang with. And if your friends...
I got the same friends I've had for 25 years. I'm very much Drake in that sense. No new friends, no new friends.
Yes.
No. I make acquaintances and we have fun, but as far as, being in my business, no.
Yeah. He said, no, sorry. That's good that you've learned how to separate. Because, nowadays, everybody is putting every single detail on the internet about their business and their relationship. Keeps me in business. You understand what I'm saying? So I love it. However, I wouldn't be here if you wouldn't put it on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So, or keep your relationship sacred. You know what I'm saying? You can't be pissing off the baby mamas and the women, not even your mamas, the mamas.
And to my just let me say this, we have been separated. We have had long separation, maybe 10 years.
Oh, wow.
During that time, I was very flirty, very thoughty, and did a lot of stuff. So it ain't nobody out here that can say she may be married, but I hit it. Yes, you did. Maybe you and all your friends. But I was separated at the time.
Oh, man. So you guys have been together longer than 20 years. You've known each other for a long time.
No. Well, 20. Well, we've been married for 20 years, but we were separated for about 10 of them.
Oh, so you was out here swinging that thing out here in the streets while you were married. You should have been on the blog. You should have been on the show. I should have had your picture right here. Woo, chat.
Well, we were separated, so I could do what I want to.
We still consider that messy, though. He's still married. Like how Portia Williams engaged to a married man. Like what the?
Well, she's on the internet now. Her business on the internet. That's what keeps her in business. But no, only my friends knew about my separation, and only the niggas knew about the thoughtin'. So.
Have you ever dated anybody that works in Hollywood?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Are you one of them? A lady never kisses and tells?
You would be shocked. You would fall out of your seat if I told you some of the people that have been at me. Yeah.
Come on now, you gotta tell me who's been in the DM now. You gotta throw out just 1, 2 names. Come on now.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Oh!
I can't do it. That's why I got good relationships, because I don't talk.
Yeah.
You know, you might see us out and then people be like, oh, they just good friends. I know he ain't involved with her. She 3 times older than him.
My next question, I mean, does your husband, like, does he get jealous sometimes? You know, you have a very big personality. People fall in love with you instantly because you can make them laugh, you make them feel good. You know what I'm saying? You take them out of depressed states and stuff like that. That is attraction in itself. Does your husband ever get concerned about some, you know, people falling for you simply when you're just doing your job, or men, you know, thinking that you are flirting with them when you just merely being yourself?
He did when we were first married, for sure.
Okay.
Because we got married 90 days after we met. So we were still learning a lot about each other.
Okay.
In the beginning of our relationship. And I was pretty wild back then, 20 years ago. You know, I was in them streets, honey. I was doing it all.
You was for the streets. You were for the streets.
That was the good cocaine before the fentanyl. That was the Remy, the Crown Royal. That was the up at the club at 4 o'clock coming home. But you know, you get older and you just don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. We went through a period. Like I said, we were separated, but and it was a little bit of his fault and a lot of his fault, and a lot of mine. Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, if you marry somebody in 90 days, what do you really know?
Listen, you know? I tell everybody that me and my husband been together 16 years. We got married in 90 days too. We ain't had no separation. We ain't had no separation, but we done had a few situations that done tried to make us separate, if you feel me. You know what I'm saying? How well do you really? It's like one day you wake up, God damn, we married? Oh, I'm pregnant. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Right. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't get mad if he went back to the bitch that was before me. You know what I'm saying? We only know for 3 months. What the fuck? You know, y'all just get over.
We don't have any children together, though. He had children before me, and I had a daughter when I met him. Okay. And that was it. I wasn't going to have no kids at all, but the Lord said no. So I have an amazing daughter who loves him. His daughters love me. We didn't have none of that adjustment with the children, which is amazing, too. And his daughter, you know, if you're a man, you got 3 girls. They're very protective over daddy, you know, and they had not let no bitches come in. He literally didn't have a good love life till he got with me. But as you say, they fell in love with me, and we've been good ever since, you know.
Yeah, see, it always happens.
I don't have those problems.
That's good. That's good. And y'all going strong, and you know what I'm saying. Money's good. You about to buy a building and shit, and. You know what I'm saying? Must be nice. Must be nice.
Not alone, you know. I'm not by myself getting this building, but we're definitely going to do that. It's the building where my studio is. And remember, I told you if you had to come to LA, we go to my studio.
Absolutely. You know. Yeah, I'll probably need it for other interviews too. Because like I said, every time I come to LA, people barely got a place to stay. They roommating
you can rent my studio. They
roommating with 6, 7 people. I'm like, we can't do an interview and motherfuckers in the back playing video games and shit. Like, what?
No.
You love my. I thought y'all was doing good. Them Love and Hip Hop checks ain't coming through like they supposed to. I see. Yeah. Now, how was it working with Eddie Murphy in 2 of his films last year? I mean, he made a nice comeback, and you know, Coming to America was very refreshing. I didn't think it was as funny as the first one. The first one is just so culturally just funny, and you know, how did that make, like, how was that experience? And seeing him make a comeback. Well, not make a comeback. He's Eddie Murphy, but get back into the game. Yeah.
Well, it was very surprising for me on so many levels. Number one, I was more friendly with his brother Charlie.
Okay.
Than I was with Eddie. Me and Eddie knew each other in passing, and of course Eddie knew me because I had done work with Charlie on Black Jesus, and I worked with Charlie on a couple of movies that he had done, and you know, comedically and stuff like that. So Eddie was very aware of who I was, and we had been in the club, we had taken pictures and all that kind of stuff. I'd been at the Norbit premiere and all that. But when I got an audition, and I did have to audition. I actually auditioned 7 times for Dolomite Is My Name. And I knew the original Rudy Ray Moore. I knew him. I worked with him like about 5 times. I have things in the house right now that Rudy gave me. When they told me I had an audition for Dolomite, I was like, Dolomite? You mean Dolomite? Like, because you just don't think anybody's going to make a film about Rudy. And it was amazing because one of the things about Rudy is, I know for a fact, he didn't want to get forgotten. He didn't want to have been here and then nobody remember who he was. So first of all, I thought it was amazing that they were going to make a movie about Rudy. Then when they said Eddie Murphy was playing Rudy Ray Moore, I'm like, what? So I actually, if you saw the movie, I auditioned for the part of Lady Reed, Queen Bee.
Yes.
The part that the Divine Joy Randolph actually got that part. And I think she murdered that. And then after my auditions, I had developed a good relationship with the director, Craig Brewer, and he didn't want to, I guess, let me go. So he gave me the part of the aunt, which I loved even better because it was just me and Eddie in the scene. I didn't have to share him with anybody, and that was very intimate, and I loved that. Then because the same director did Coming to America, he wanted to work with me again. This is what people need to know about making relationships and being on time and being professional and being fun and not bitching and not whining and doing your job and knowing your line. Then you'll develop relationships. And that's how I was able to be in Coming to America. Of course, I'm sure everything had to be approved by Eddie as well, but it was the director who was really impressed with me.
Oh.
And that's how that was. And of course, to do 2 Eddie Murphy movies back to back was great. I had only ever done that 2 times before with Adam Sandler and then with Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
So, Eddie is a wonderful guy, amazing. Nobody is the way they appear on screen. He's a little more introverted than he is in his acting. But I love the relationship that we have or don't have. It's not like I called him on the phone, Eddie, what's good? What you doing? What you watching tonight? But, I have been to the house and I was invited and was there for a party and a fight party. And, I know his daughter, she was also in Coming to America. I know his ex, and all that. So it was pretty phenomenal, pretty breathtaking for me. I was very happy about all that.
See, that's why I would consider you one of our legends in the making, because you're doing that. There's a lot of comics that get to a certain age and they don't make it beyond just like a certain threshold, but you are spreading your wings despite having to look a certain way or be a certain way or act a certain way, and people are accepting you for you. And I think you represent us Black women very, very well because you're real with the shit. And so I just think that's so iconic, and that's legendary status. Now, speaking of relationships, now we all know, you don't hold back, especially when it comes to other fellow comedians like Leslie Jones. You two put your beef to rest on the set of Coming to America, correct? So what was the actual issue with the two of you over the last 3 years? Because I mean, it's heartbreaking when you see two legends in the making, iconic, fantastic comedians, beefing. What was it?
Well, actually, Leslie had a beef with me. I didn't have a beef with her. Okay. First of all, I had no beef with Leslie Jones. She definitely had one with me. What it was is personal, and I'm not going to discuss that. But during people may not appreciate Coming to America. Oh, it's funny. But there's a lot of things that were so amazing. Number one, to be able to go to work on Tyler Perry's studio and to work on the Sidney Poitier soundstage, when every day you go to work, you see Whoopi Goldberg, Oprah Winfrey, Halle Berry, Cicely Tyson, Ossie Davis, and Ruby Dee. To go to work with that much Black pride every day and to sit down and chill with the daddy of Black television, John Amos, to kick it with Rick Ross, to kick it with Vanessa Bell Calloway and Sherry Headley and Eddie and all those people every day. It wasn't like work. It was like a fantasy to be dressed by the only Black female wardrobe person to win the Oscar ever and to get a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Ruth Carter, who had just done Black Panther and who's doing Black Panther again now. I mean, there was nothing for us to complain about. Even the extras were singing and dancing and walking around these fabulous clothes. And, you know, this black man who used to sleep in his car owned all the land for as far as you could see on that soundstage. So those were the things that were bigger to me than what people had to say about it wasn't as funny as the other stuff. They can say what they want to, but I know what that movie meant to me. And I know what it meant to a lot of the other people that were coming to work there too. I know what it meant to Cecily Tyson to be able to be on that soundstage and see her soundstage before she passed away. That's what Tyler Perry has done for us. I've never worked with Tyler. I've never done a Tyler Perry film. I've never done a Tyler Perry TV show. We've only been in the same room once. But I still shot this film on his lot, and it gave me pride every day.
Wow. I mean, that is iconic. I mean, you can't deny what Tyler Perry is doing. Now, he's brought back, I wouldn't even say brought back to life, but he's shined light on a lot of stars who were considered done in the industry. Or
absolutely. Yeah. Even that what's his name? Rob Schneider. What's that white boy name? John Schneider, whatever that's on To Have and Have Not.
Yes.
His career was dead. It was a wash. Yeah. It was over. He couldn't even do Hollywood Squares. And now women are fawning at him again from being on Have and Have Nots, you know, and a lot of people. Now, you know, I mean, let's be real. Tyler's made some corny shit too. But the massive stuff that he's done is better. You know, even just the movie, The Family That Prays, that movie just blows my wig, you know.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
I have to bow down. I got to bow down. I got to bow down.
I mean, and I like how Tyler is never shy to the critics. You know what I'm saying? Like A Fall from Grace. You know, when all the you can see the boom mics and the wigs on backwards, and she got on a different wig. Like, I mean, I love how he just took that, and it actually made the movie sell more. Because everybody's reviewing it like, did you see this shit? Like, it's a great movie, but did you not miss that? You know, and him coming out to do an interview saying, listen, I just make films. I don't give a shit about no hair, no wigs. They need to figure that out before they get on set. I don't care. So,
but he should give a fuck about the wigs, because the wigs have been trashed. But in the content, you can't read them for the content.
Yeah. And I think that's got a lot to do with him not having writers' rooms and stuff like that. And I think once, you know, he does invite some Black writers and stuff like that and directors, they will pay more attention to detail. Because when you're doing everything, you know what I'm saying, you're going to miss some details along the way. And he did get a lot of backlash for that, because it's like a Black woman and her wig, that you can't mess that up. You can't do that, Tyler. That defeats the purpose. You know, I know you don't care, but at the same time, Black women, we care about how our hair look, and we care how the fuck we look when we on that screen. You know, so.
Exactly, and that's why the actress has to take some responsibility too.
You know, but they scared. They scared these days. This cancel culture. And
if you're scared, go to church. You'll get canceled more for wearing a raggedy wig than you will for, you know. They'll never get to the content of what you're doing if your wig ain't right.
You're right. Speaking of cancel culture, you know, like I said, I'm glad we kind of nailed that in the bud. We ain't talking about that other situation. I'm tired of talking about it. But I did want your opinion on cancel culture, because I feel like comedians nowadays coming up, like, I miss what I love about you, what I love about Kat. I mean, there's a whole host of other comedians that I could name, but is that rawness, that realness, that able to really talk about the shit that affects us in society and within our culture, especially Black culture, and say that shit. And to now see everybody be so fucking sensitive about a comedian doing exactly what they're supposed to do, make light and fun of some of our dark situations. How do you feel about this new age, quote, cancel culture and the power that they have to make comedians like Kevin Hart apologize, or to call Dave Chappelle to the front line, to the table, to have a seat and be able to make a call at Netflix? How do you feel? Do you feel like you can be canceled? Listen, I know that life has been kicking all of our ass lately, but you do not have to look like it. Walking around with dark circles like I used to, acne, hyperpigmentation from not wearing that sunscreen, knock all of that out, adjust your crown, and return your skin to goddess status with Regal Rose Club. Purchase their vegan skincare cleanser, moisturizer, and mask using the link below. It's all made with organic and natural premium herbs. Get your glow back with Regal Rose Club. Let's put the wine down for a second, because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract, because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and has been known to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine. I've got the perfect way for you to boss up on your sea moss. Bioforce by Embrace Pangea is all the benefits of sea moss put in an easy-to-take capsule. Sea moss is already nature's vitamin, so with those benefits plus burdock root, plus moringa, plus bladderwrack, you'll have a better immune health across the board, plus a shit ton of energy within seconds. Visit EmbracePangea.com for your well-deserved boost with Bioforce, because you deserve it. And don't forget to use your coupon code TASHA for 10% off your first order.
Well, no, first of all, I don't, because I would have to do, I could, of course, if I was to be, caught doing something really horrible, like, doing something to a child or saying something that was really just out of pocket, of course you can be, but I don't do that. And I only am going to say this: cancel culture, I think, is generational, because people before me and people my age, if we don't like somebody, we simply don't fuck with them. We don't go about the business of trying to ruin their life, make them not eat again. That's very schoolyard. I'm not playing with him. I don't want you to play with him either. That's very schoolyard. People have a mind of their own. If you don't want to mess with somebody, don't mess with them. There's 187 damn channels on TV. If you don't want to see something, watch something else. Cancel them by not supporting them. But to go about this, first of all, where does it start and where does it end? How far back you gonna go? Are they gonna go back and cancel Andrew Dice Clay for all the fucked up shit he said? But she didn't say some shit, but it was funny. Are they gonna cancel Missy Elliott because she made a song that said "tang tang ting 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 ting"? Are they gonna cancel her for that?
They might not. That you done said something. Wait a minute, Asian lives matter. What?
Listen, the generation that is now, they want to tear you down and make you pay. And my generation is just like, I'm not fucking with you. And then that's just that. So this cancel culture, I don't subscribe to it. I don't do it. If I don't want to mess with somebody, I got cancel culture in real life, not just on the fucking internet. If I don't want to fuck with somebody, you're done. I'm not fucking with you. And that's just that. But as far as going on, I'm not fucking with him. Did you hear what he said? Hey, go tell your friends. Look what he said. Let's everybody get on the internet. No, I'm not. I got better things to do. I'm trying to make this money. I'm not really trying to be part of the cancel culture. But if that's what they want to do, people got their feelings. They got their right to their feelings. But to try to, it can't be okay to. It can't be okay for some groups and not okay for others. If a white man told me a nigga joke, if it was funny, I would laugh at it. But then I'd be like, you wrong for that. I ought to whoop your ass for that. But I wouldn't go on the internet and say, guess what he did? I'm not a tattletale, not a snitch. You know what I'm saying? I'd just be like, well, you're fucked up, but that was funny. And then I might tell my friend, guess what this Specklewood said to me, blah, 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 like that. But I don't have time for that.
I'm glad you spoke on that. It seems like, I feel like cancel culture wouldn't have power, or the so-called power that they have, if it wasn't for corporations giving them the power that they feel that they have. And a lot of them, I'm like, how are you giving, as a corporation, power to someone with no profile picture, to someone who is I mean, you don't even know if the person is real, but as soon as they get some tweets going and there's more trolls, it's like it's set up to, and like I said, and you said it only happens within a lot of times our community, because a lot of times these white people, they will get canceled for a day or two. But then guess what? YouTube may take their monetization, or Target may discontinue, but they right back in Sephora next week because there's another corporation ready to pick them up, because at the end of the day, it's about that dollar sign. But it's just like, I guess corporations feel like, well, maybe we're going to lose customers, or maybe, you know, I don't know why they give power to, you know, these trolls, but it's interesting, you know, and I'm glad that you did speak on that and say, you know, this is the reason why someone should be canceled. But I feel like social media in itself has created such a monster. And
what hurts me more is that we have such a hate-filled world right now.
Yeah.
This world is fueled on hate. You know, they hate you for what you wear. They hate that, you know, if you're fat and you're wearing something that somebody doesn't agree with, then they try to, maybe, you know, okay, Lizzo, yes, maybe you should keep your ass off of Instagram like that. But then again, it's okay for DJ Khaled's fat ass to be shaking around on TV, and for Rick Ross to be flapping his titties around on TV. So it's okay for a man, it's not okay for a girl. What is the big deal? You know, Lizzo's basically telling us to kiss her ass, and she has the means to do it. She need to come out with some new music. I ain't gonna lie, but you know, she just don't care. So I think too, there's a lot of comedians in this world. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of comedians in this world that we don't know. Mm-hmm. But to be a great comic, I think you have to have a level of fearlessness. You have to have a bit of, I don't give a fuck. You know, Richard Pryor has talked about cocaine, homosexuality. He dated a trans woman for years. He wrote it in his own book. And Richard Pryor cannot fucking be canceled. He's part of our motherfucking culture. Mm-hmm. And there's just people who, you know, you can say what you want. You can do that. Everybody has their little groups and stuff like that. But can't nothing on this internet influence me as a person. I make my own judgment. I make my own decision. I like who I like. I don't fuck with who I don't like. It's just that simple, you know, for me.
Do you feel like, because I know you recently made like a statement about Bill Cosby saying that you would perform with him if he asked you to. But in the same breath, you said he needs to sit his ass down, his old ass down. Now, a lot of people, to me, I kind of felt like it gave way when you made that statement, like, oh, he needs to sit his old ass down. Were you talking in reference to he's just too old to be doing comedy? Or maybe a lot of the things that a lot of women are accusing him of could be true?
Well, you know, I was trying to ride with Bill until the deposition came out. When the deposition came out and he admitted to it, I was like,
I was trying to tell people that shit. Listen.
Am I gonna stop watching the Cosby Show? Hell no. It remains one of my favorite goddamn shows. Am I gonna stop eating Jell-O because, you know, he fucking, no. But do I agree with what he did? Hell no. There's no reason for a man who looked that good and had that much money to be sedating women and having sex with them. It's just one notch away from being a necrophiliac. You don't want your women to react. You don't want your women to have sex back with you. It's twisted. But I cannot dismiss all the good work that Felicia and everybody else did on the Cosby Show because of what Bill did. I don't remember saying that I would work with him. I might would not. I don't know. It would depend on the motherfucking money. Let's be real. But when I say he needs to sit his ass down, he doesn't need to do it. He doesn't need to subject himself to the picket signs and the things like that. He's got all the money in the world. A lot of it was spent on lawyers, but he's got all the money in the world. Camille ain't gone nowhere. He's already went through heartbreak. He done lost a couple of children. And, you know, if he got out of jail, he need to sit down somewhere and just be still. just like OJ should have done. Then he went and fucked around and
went to jail and went to fucking jail.
Yeah,
you're right.
Just my opinion.
No, I mean, and you're like I said, I wish that we lived. I kind of miss the old days. Like, you know, even though social media has been great for people like myself, you know, who didn't have a lot of the opportunities that a lot of other people have had, you know, coming from where I came from. So social media has done me really, really good. At the same time, I tell them, you know, you can't cancel me. You can cancel your debit card because, bitch, that's why I got my own site. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. Like, this ain't nothing gonna try to stop this motherfucking train. Toast to that shit. But, you know, I mean, it's like, where do we draw the line? Do we, and like you said, how far should we go back? Like, Bill Cosby was on our TVs and educating black folk that they could be doctors, that they could be lawyers. I swear to God, coming up, I had never seen a real black doctor in my life. Never seen a black lawyer.
Yes, and this married and successful and raising good kids. I think the biggest problem we ever saw in that household, Theo had a joint one time.
Yeah.
And
he made sure black folk were put out in a great light. I love that about him.
But at the same time, he was drugging bitches, you know. So I don't agree with that. You know, I think that's fucking twisted.
Yeah.
But I can't. It's just, I mean, it's just like people with nasty ass R. Kelly. Nasty ass R. Kelly should burn in hell. But I be goddamn if these black folks are still gonna play Step in the Name of Love.
I was just gonna say that.
At the goddamn.
Or hey, Mr. DJ. Listen, when that song come on, I'm like, I know he was singing it probably to a 13-year-old, but goddamn it, that's a good song.
I've never been a big R. Kelly fan, but you know, I've never bought a record, never downloaded a record, but I can't say I've never danced to it or sang it or
really
anything like that.
I have never heard anybody say that they're not an R. Kelly fan.
Oh,
never. You're the first.
Well, I mean, some of the things are okay, but like I say, if you're a fan, you support. That means you
okay. I see what you're saying. That is a big difference.
You go to his concerts and stuff like that. I don't do any of that. If it come on the radio, I hear it. If somebody else play it, I hear it. Do I ever play R. Kelly? No. Will I ever play R. Kelly? No.
Okay.
But you have to be able to separate the art from the person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, people are still human. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I mean, they have grace for a lot of these pastors out here touching their children. You know what I'm saying? And they will defend that pastor to the end of the land. They will just make them apologize for sleeping with everybody first lady in the church, you know, sleeping with their children too, and they still be
on another show, I'll tell you about all the pastors I've slept with. Can I get some more ice?
Now why we gotta wait to another show? Don't do me.
No, it was the 70s, honey. It was the 70s. Everybody was loose.
Hey, I heard, word on the curb, I heard pastors got some of the best dick. That's what I heard. Don't ask me how I know. But
no comment.
I mean, would you agree though? I mean,
I will say that I was definitely calling for the Holy Ghost during some of those rides.
Hey, I'm telling you, when I see my favorite part about the internet is when they catch a pastor, somebody that uploaded a video of the pastor eating pussy, and he eating communion. It's like you be like, no, the fuck he ain't eating that bitch.
But see, the Lord say, you know, a pastor's only a man. You know, he's only a man at the end of the day. And I do believe that it's really heartbreaking and terrible when you have a man of the cloth who's supposed to be leading a congregation in the word to be caught up doing some nasty ass shit. But that is why you should not put your faith in the Lord, because a man is only human, just like you and me.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, if a pastor ate good pussy, he can eat mine. Listen,
hallelujah.
but I'm married.
Oh,
y'all.
hallelujah.
I can't.
Hallelujah.
I brought up something. Let me go.
Oh, yeah, let me
Speaking of putting our faith in man and shit, Will and Jada are back in the blogs again. Okay, cause she don't know how to shut the fuck up. Girl, just tell her, I'm trying to get you to at least give us one body. She telling us where all the bodies are laid.
You know, rumors get started a lot of times when there's truth based in them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been rumored for years that they're big swingers and all this kind of stuff. I don't know them personally, so I don't know what they do or do not do.
Yeah.
But if Will ever decides that he wants to come on down here to Crenshaw, where I'm at, I would entertain the fuck out of Will Smith. And back in the 70s, I might would have entertained Jada too. But no. But you know, Will don't have no problem getting no bitch.
Jada looking like she on her last leg. So I'm like, what is going on with you?
No, I think they're okay. They're doing what works for them, I guess. You know, the kids, I don't think needed to be subjected to any of this talk.
Yeah.
You know, because their friends hear it.
Yeah.
Their friends see it. You know, it's them. They probably a very tight knit family because, you know, the friends might come over there snooping and want to see is there any attention in the house, and they might go running their mouth. When you got that much money and you're that public, you have to be very careful about who you let in your house. I'm nowhere in their category, and I'm careful about who I let in mine. You know, so I just think that it's terrible that the kids, they're in the house, so they knew about the entanglement before we ever did. You know,
I mean, I think that's why
they know whether their mom and dad is sleeping in the same room or not. You know.
And I think, you know, everybody kind of praises.
You want that on the internet? Do you want that on the internet? Though?
I don't
Do you want that, you know.
Jada's so, you know, she can only contain it for so much. You're open. And it's like, girl, fuck who you want to fuck. Tell the world that, you know, Tupac had the best dick and that's who you would have rather fucking married. But you know, Tupac wasn't marrying no bitch at all, okay? His mama put him on game a long time ago, the whole Such As Yourself, and you wasn't finna do him. You know, Jada, if she was married to Tupac, she couldn't have done it.
Actually, I think he was gonna marry Khadija?
Really?
I think he was gonna marry her, Quincy's daughter.
Yeah.
Jones' daughter.
Okay.
That's who was in the room, you know, the night he got shot.
Damn.
So I think he really loved her. I think he might would have married her, you know, but he definitely sold his wild oats as he should.
Yeah.
But just a note to the rappers too. I think that if they change their thought pattern about what they rap about, like if you make an album called Ready to Die, be ready to die.
Yeah.
Biggie. If you talk about, you know, I know I'm not going to make it till I'm 25 and shit like this, this may happen to you.
Yeah.
But if you make songs like, you know, okay, you know, like Drake's a rapper, but he don't about bitches and stuff, but he don't be talking about all the death stuff and gang stuff and gangster stuff. And, you know, Snoop has just celebrated his 50th birthday. Look around at how many of his friends didn't even make it to 50. And he was doing that too, but then he woke sort of up. You know, his mama just passed. She was a preacher.
Yeah.
And you can put things out there. Words have power.
They do.
And I just think that, you know, the early rap, which I am a fan of, you know, when we had Public Enemy and when we had EPMD and we had, you know, Africa Bambaataa and we had Houdini and stuff, and they're talking about more positive stuff, more black thought type stuff. And they wasn't talking about bitches and bling and this and that. They got shit on the air right now, and I can't even blame the rappers, because for every rapper that is rapping about something fucked up that we don't agree with, there's a white producer somewhere who is releasing these records, who is putting the lyrics on the internet. There's white folks way in the background, you know, and they know what they're doing. And if they had any conscience, you know, there's people who are typing the word nigga and all this because the lyrics to all these songs are on YouTube. And it's bigger than the rapper. It's the whole industry. And the industry is designed. I just heard this interview, I think it was one of the Wu-Tang guys. And he was talking about how the industry promotes bad rap lyrics.
Yeah.
So that we will get brainwashed into a certain way of thought, which will influence our young kids. You know, if any of these rappers talked about being a doctor or talked about being a teacher or talked about being a lawyer, then maybe the kids would be influenced to that. But, you know, to have kids that are 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and all they want to do is play basketball and be a rapper, I mean, that's got to come from somewhere. We just need to step our game up as Black people, that's all. We need to step our motherfucking game up. Go listen to Talib Kweli. Go listen to motherfucking Nas. Go listen to
Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper.
Chance.
Kendrick Lamar. I mean, Kanye.
Kendrick.
You know, so, no, that's interesting that you said that because, you know, there was a particular rapper. There's two. And sometimes I hate my premonitions, they scare me. And there was one particular rapper, the first record, it was one of his first breakout records that I heard. I knew when I heard that record, I said, he's not going to live past. And it's not something that I said out of my mouth. It was like a thought that came. And so when it happened, I was just like, oh. And there was another rapper that I just listened to yesterday that the rappers are on. He's new. And the lyrics are, you know, very, very chilling. I'm talking about, you know, busting lungs out. And I'm just like, that's somebody's son. That's somebody's son. And it's like all this.
It's like when NWA came out, they were coming out of frustration. That was what was happening to our people. It was fuck the police at that time. It's fuck the police in a sense now.
Today.
You know?
Yep.
Because nothing has really changed, unfortunately. But, you know, I mean, if you listen to Who Shot Ya, goddamn, that is some of the most, you know, craziest shit that, like, I really, 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 really listen to it. And it's just, it's like, oh, damn, you know, why you had to go that deep? Like, Pac went to the left on that shit.
He did.
But, you know, I'm just saying, hey, I'm a Bruno Mars type of chick.
Yeah, I love Bruno
I like
Mars.
to have fun.
Yeah.
I just want to have fun. And that's what I try to exude in my comedy. You know, I talk my shit now, you know, but I try to just, to have the power to make people wash the car, get their nails done, buy new cologne, get dressed up, drive, park, walk in, get a cocktail, and sit down and enjoy you and leave happier than when they came.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. That's what I try to do with my comedy.
And you do,
You know,
and
I
you
just
do
want
it.
you to leave happier than you came.
And you do it exceptionally well. Very, very well. Now, speaking of, you know, old, you know, back in the day, singers and stuff like that, you know, I had asked your permission on this Jaguar Wright. Have you seen her? First of all, we can't find her nowhere.
Not lately. Not lately.
Not lately. Okay. What were your thoughts on some of the things that she was saying about a lot of people that we know or we've grown to know, and you know, people that have been very influential in our culture, and you know, she was, you know, slicing people up left and right, you know, without any receipts, and she always threw your name out there, like Luenell knows, you know, she in the car with her cigarette, ask Luenell about me, you know, ask her. I'm asking you, like, what was the nature of you and Jaguar Wright's relationship? Like,
Jaguar and I met in the Bay Area.
Okay.
You know, she's cooked for me before. We've gotten high before. We've had fun.
Okay.
And, you know, I call her wifey and all that because she used to cook for me.
Okay.
As far as her relationship with anybody else. if they had a problem with what she said, they should have sued her.
Ooh.
But I have not seen any lawsuits come down the pike. I don't know, what her experiences in the world have been.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in the music industry. I've been in the comedy industry. I don't know what has went on or what she's seen or what she chose to tell or not tell. For everything she said, I'm sure there's 100 things that she hasn't said. So I whether I agree or don't agree with what she said, those are her experiences, Yes, a lot of people say, oh, she talked too much, need to shut her mouth. Well, then sue her if she's lying on you. If
I mean, a lot of times don't want to sue. Yeah.
Well,
no, as you should. Well, it depends on the nature of the lie. But there was a lot of stuff that she was saying about people that it was like, I mean, I could tell just based on the storytelling aspects of it, this ain't true. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealing in storytelling a lot. And a lot of times, the celebrities are like, first of all, they can't find where she stay. And two, what are they going to get if they sue her? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not in that slander.
Yeah.
I'm not in that slander pocket. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit, I'll be sitting home going, oh, damn. But I don't know if it's true or not because I don't know them people. I'm not in that motherfucking world, Don't nobody want to hear no Mary talked about. Don't nobody want to hear, some of our loved ones talk about, but we don't know what the fuck people do. The Jaguar tried to run her. I know we haven't seen her lately. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Where's Jaguar?" She was riding. She was riding past my house. Her and I guess Goober Head looking for me. I was like, "Girl, just come knock on the door. Come knock on the door." She was mad about that surviving Jaguar, right?
No, she and I have a friendship. As far as that other shit that she be doing, I have nothing to do with that.
But is she a part of your close circle of friends or just someone that you're acquainted with? How would you consider her?
She can come to my house. She can come to my house.
Okay. And you trust her in your house and you trust that she gonna come out and, tell your business with the utmost respect?
She don't have no business of mine to tell. If she lied on me, I would correct that. But she don't have no business of mine to tell because I don't have my business out there.
That part. Okay, I got people in my house all day, but they don't know my business. I tell you that much. Listen. Unless I tell it.
And the people that know my business are involved in my business, and they don't want their business out there neither.
That's how you get their ass to shut the fuck up. Well, weren't you?
Receipts, everything I say, I got receipts like a motherfucker.
I love you. I can so see you hosted like your own official daytime talk show and stuff. Like, have you ever? You don't want to do that? Nighttime talk show? Nighttime?
Yes. Well, first of all, I have a YouTube show as well.
I know.
I've been on hiatus since I've been on the tour. I have a YouTube show called Hey Luenell.
Yeah.
We got like 56 episodes that are on YouTube right now that you can go back and see since before George Floyd got murdered, all the way up until when I started going on the tour with Kat. And I had to stop because of our travel schedule, and I can't really do it and make it all fancy by myself. I just be holding the phone and talking, and it would be as fun. So I'm on hiatus, just like Insecure or any other show. I want no parts of daytime. I would host Wendy for a week if they wanted me to, if she wanted me to. But I'm just not that perky and hi everybody, hi, and how you doing? And I don't know that that's really me. Yeah. I'm more of a let's have a drink, let's light it.
Yeah.
I'm a late night. I want to be the next Black female in late night.
Mm-hmm.
They've had Black females in late night. I can't be the first, but I definitely want to be the next Black female in late night.
Okay.
I think my audience would appreciate me more in late night. I think my audience is more of a late night type of vibe, Okay. I don't want to sell detergent. I don't want to talk about the newest mop and the nicest earrings and shit like that. I want to talk about Snoop's got some new zigzags out. I want to talk about, this is some really great wine.
Yes.
I want to talk about that,
Okay. Well, that's so good.
I'm non-traditional. I don't wear Spanx. I don't do all that shit. I'm not doing all that shit. I'm just going to be a regular chick on late night. That's all I want to do. I want to crack this white boy thing open. The white boys have got all the late night. And you think that's the only people that's up late
and they're not funny like that. It's like they sit there and they read the jokes from a card and tell the audience to clap and laugh, and it's like, that was not funny.
Because they got somebody out there going, yeah, like that.
That was not funny.
Don't laugh if it's not funny at my show. Laugh if it's funny, and I'm gonna make sure it's funny.
I can so see you doing that, like for real, like in this era. What about a podcast? Are you going to start a podcast?
Well, my YouTube show is like my podcast.
Okay.
I had podcasts before there were podcasts. Oh. If you go on heyluenell.com, you can hear me interviewing people from Joanne Worley that was on Laugh-In all the way to Ernest Thomas from Everybody Hates Chris. I had podcasts before people had podcasts. I had podcasts and stopped it because I was, too busy. Yeah. So there's nothing new under the sun. There's no new idea nobody can give me. All I need is somebody to say yes. Say yes. Quit fucking around. They're scared of me, I think, because I'm not some young, dumb entertainer that'll take any contract that they throw at me.
Right.
I know what I want. I know what I need. I know what I deserve. And if I'm not going to get that, it used to be about making money. Mm-hmm. But now it's like a favorites game. Because if it was about making money, I'm $1 million walking around in Macy's today, and somebody should be saying, yeah, and put me on late night and let's go. Let's get this money.
I feel you. Right?
That's why I do my YouTube show. That's why you do yours. Ain't nobody coming for you for late night. But they should.
They've tried, but they wanna commercialize me. And I said, listen, I didn't build it.
Yeah, they want to water you down.
I didn't build it like that. It's not gonna work.
They want you to drink apple juice instead of real wine.
No. I'm gonna drink this wine and I'm gonna cut somebody the fuck out. And I may ask them a few, personal questions while I'm at that, but I'm gonna get the damn wine. So I'm sorry. I mean, we're moving it to where it should be, and eventually they're gonna have to succumb to what the internet is doing, because you know what, they put these trolls, they put these cancel culture in place to kind of build us up, you know what I'm saying, and tell you your show ain't shit and get it canceled. But then guess what, we on YouTube, we still here, we ain't getting canceled. But listen, I got a bone to pick with you, with Cat Williams. I have not seen the fucking tour date for Atlanta.
I think that the dates that we have done have been major markets where it snows at, and we're trying to do all the snow related dates first, so we don't get caught in the snow, traveling, tour buses, plane delays, this and that and the other. We've been very lucky that we haven't been caught up in any of these cancellations at the airline. So if we can do all the places where it snows first, then we can come back around and do everything else. It's a 100-city tour. We've only done about 25.
Because he was down there in Florida and I couldn't get down there. The dates just wasn't working out. And I said, where the fuck is Georgia? I've been checking the site every day. And I'm like, Cat gonna make me whoop his ass like that little boy whooped his ass in them projects. For real.
Well, listen, don't think that LA is upset too. The Bay Area is upset too. We all met in Oakland. Mark Curry's from Oakland. I'm from Oakland. I met Red in Oakland. I met Cat in Oakland. They want to see us more than anybody. Haitians will be there.
I'm telling you, you need to hurry up. Like, for real. I'm trying to get, I want to know before it come out so I can get the best seats. Last time I was on the floor next to the stage and them niggas started fighting.
You want us to come to Atlanta?
Yes.
Come to Atlanta.
Yes. He was in Atlanta 2 years straight. I thought maybe he didn't want to fuck with us no more. I was like, what? Oh, that's how you do us, Cat?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I ain't never missed a Cat Williams show in Atlanta. I ain't never missed a Cat Williams show.
You ain't gonna miss this one.
Fuck no, I'm not.
When we get ready to come to Atlanta, My people will reach out to your people. You will know. You will be backstage and all that.
Yes, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Bottoms up. I fucking love you. Oh man. Bottoms.
The last 2 movies I did was in Atlanta, so I got mad love for Atlanta. Honey.
Okay.
My footprints is all up and down Peachtree. Don't trip.
I'm like, listen, I know goddamn well he ain't left for Atlanta. And I see you. Yeah, we're live from DC, from Tampa.
We just started.
Atlanta is Atlanta. You know, listen, I know everybody like DC, and they say DC's the original chocolate city, but I don't give a fuck. Can't nobody fuck with Atlanta now. Atlanta got real niggas. DC got sedity niggas.
Well. I mean, Atlanta's got some black folks for sure.
Yes, and there's space to park and sell more tickets.
I mean,
listen, I just want y'all here. I'm like, I'm checking the site. I'm on Ticketmaster all the time. I'm like, why do I see?
You don't have to even do that. We
okay, I'm just making sure y'all heard that right. I hope the viewers heard that. So they're gonna DM you and be like, where's her tickets? What else you got going on right now before we wrap this up?
Okay, well, like I said, you can always go to Hey Luenell,
okay.
Luenell on YouTube.
Okay.
Check out my YouTube show. You can follow me on Instagram. And if you definitely tell me that you saw me on Tasha K, I will write you back. I'll write back everybody. Sometimes I just delete, but I will write you back. And that's at Luenell on Instagram. I got a Christmas movie that's supposed to be coming out before this Christmas, a Nick Cannon film called Miracles on 125th Street.
Okay.
It has a very diverse cast, everybody from Jim Jones and Marsha Warfield to Karen Clark Sheard and Kiki Sheard and Fred Hammond. It's got all those different kind of people. That should be out. Then I have another movie that I just finished with the great Margaret Shug Avery. That's called Block Party, and that's celebrating Juneteenth. It's the first movie about Juneteenth that's been done since Juneteenth became a national holiday. That'll be out next year. Okay. And I'm on the road with Kat, and I'm just, trying to do my thing. And I go on live a lot on my Instagrams and stuff. And I watched you for a long time. Like I watched you when you was, I think, really sort of just starting out because I was interested in the wine thing. Remember I was telling you that I wanted to have a sommelier come to my house and teach me more about wine. I was learning about wine through you. And then you got real popular. And you got real fancy, honey. I was like, ooh, look at her. And so I've been having my eye on you. I just watch you on my iPad in the bed. So you've been in my house. I didn't know I was on your radar.
Yes.
So, when they said Tasha K wanted to interview, I was like, really? Okay, cool beans.
Yes.
But I ain't scared of you. The other people are scared. I ain't scared of you.
That show is. You should see them. So what are the questions before? I'm like, are you fucking serious? Look, you either gonna be real
and
or
I told you I never read the questions. I want to give you a regular straight answer. I like to rehearse my answers.
Yeah, I like an authentic connection. I ain't here to bombard you or to get you canceled or nothing like that. I just want to have nice dialogue. And, I'm really just honored to even have you here. And when I did it, I wanted to do it right. And I didn't want it to be messy and shit like that. And like I said, I really wanted to have you in studio, but we'll do that next time.
Well, when you come to LA, let's coordinate. We will sit side by side, and I got a studio for you. You ain't got to look around.
Okay, perfect. And I want to buy from Black. I'm big on that.
I do all that.
That's so good.
I do all that. Like I said, the wine I'm drinking is E40's wine. That's
my God,
Earl Stevens wine.
Nice.
That's my black wine. The gin back there was Khalifa's gin. The vodka over there is Snoop's vodka. Black. If I can find a black bacon company.
They in North Carolina. Okay. They sure is. Listen, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Luenell. Oh my God, I love you. Your spirit is just always just so electrifying. You've been making me laugh for a very, very long time. When I was a little girl, and no shade, for real. I used to dream. I used to dream of doing what you were doing. But it just. I went a different route. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, like.
But that's okay because, you know, you're able to be at home.
Yeah.
Make your career, you know, and there's no telling what door God has to open yet for you. You know, we have the ability, what we need to do, and I just want to say this to the young folk out there, stop trying to be on camera all the time. We need Black writers. We need Black directors. We need Black camera people who know how to light Black people. We need, you know, the Black makeup artists. We need Black wardrobe stylists. We need Black. That don't mean you're anti-white just because you're pro-Black, you know? And we need people to help create these stories. If you are a creative writer, I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in English Lit while you're bullshitting.
Oh.
And we need story writers, we need content creators, we need, you know, that's what this internet is good for, you know, and the streaming services to put our movies out, to give us access to audiences that may not have access to us if you're just going the commercial route. So, I mean, look at you, you know, look what you're doing.
I'm trying.
Your mortgage is paid.
Yeah, I'm trying. Listen, I'm trying, and everybody on my team is Black. You know what I'm saying? We just hired a Black film director that was working for the E network and not the OWN network, but all the other white companies. And he's like, you know what? I'm done with that. I'm done with them underpaying me and undervaluing me. And so we're happy to have.
There's white folks that are sick of white folks too. I'm very fond of my Latinos and Latinas out there. Just let you know that.
I love it.
I'm open for everybody, but you just got to be real because I don't do the fake shit. I don't do that. So,
right. No, because you're
I appreciate you having me on.
No, this ain't gonna be the last time. So thank you so much. I can sit here and talk to you for 3 hours and we can cut the shit and get fucked up and finish this whole damn bottle. You know what I'm saying? Get you fucked up talking real fast on E40's wine and shit. They say, you know,
don't get me reckless out here,
please.
Listen,
them the best interviews. Them the best interviews. So, no, thank you. It was such a pleasure to have you. And like I said, I would be honored to have you in studio, and we will make that arrangement. So, and good luck.
Let's do that. Let's do that. For sure.
We will. And good luck on everything that you're doing. All your links will be below so that people can follow you, subscribe to you, and ask you questions, DM you. And like I said, I just love you, and I really respect what you're doing for the culture and for Black women and women in general. So you're doing your thing.
Thank you very much.
Handing you your motherfucking flowers. Giving you your flowers. I ain't got no check to give you, but I got some flowers.
I don't do everything for a check.
Okay.
I don't do everything for a check.
Bottoms up. Thank you, Mama. God bless. All right, and I'll see you when you get to Atlanta too. On this tour.
Yes. I know. Meow. We'll be
all right, bye.